Hey there, my entrepreneurs, specifically my sales entrepreneurs. This is Amir, Syed. This is a video about really breaking down the barriers of fear to be able to ask for the referral, and then secondly, following steps to go through to be able to get a referral, and then lastly, what scripting to use or what outline or guidelines there are to be able to appropriately communicate that you're looking to help more people. Quick statistic for you. So research recently found that out of a whole pool of happy clients, 11% of them actually have been asked for referral. Out of that, about 83% of those people in that sample pool said they would have gladly been able to refer or recommend someone to that service provider had they been asked. We just have to ask. So what are some of those barriers for asking? Number one is slaying that methodical beast that you're too pushy. If you think you're too pushy, you're not too pushy. People that are actually pushy that don't think they're pushy are really pushy, right? So think about that. So that's number one. Number two, 2 out of 3 people actually have low self-esteem. Most people just don't have the confidence or the self-esteem to be able to feel like they're worth getting more referrals or asking for the referrals because they think they deserved it or not. So that's very important. Third, in my opinion, the most important one is the mindset. We're afraid to ask, I feel, because we're thinking we're taking as opposed to giving. But I'm gonna show you some tactics to get around that mindset. Because if you truly walk out with a giver's mindset, you are helping people. 4 is the willingness to fail. So many people are scared to ask because they feel like they might flop on their face, but it's like anything, right? It's just practice. Last thing is not knowing how to ask. So we're gonna transition into what are the steps to ask. So once you develop that skill set, knowing exactly how to ask, it'll help you big time. Right, so now the 5 steps of asking. Number 1 is always praise your client. We're lacking a lot of acknowledgement. So what does that look like? You could say, Brooke, I really enjoyed working with you. You were super fun. You asked such intellectual questions. I really commend you for taking the steps needed to purchase your first home or get financial advice and going through the educational process. I love people like you. That right there just will jumpstart them a little bit. Now you got them primed. Second step is always ask them for the value feedback of what you've done. Brooke, what is one thing you took away from working with me that you really found of value? And stop. Let them really talk it out. Notice how I didn't ask, did you find your experience with me valuable? I didn't ask the closed-end question. I asked the open-end question to let them talk out loud. And now they're praising you. You're not selling yourself, they're selling you. Part 3 is get very specific on who you want them to introduce you to. Asking if you know anyone is no one. We all have so many things going on. We can't pinpoint someone. So you have to come out and say something along the lines of, who's one person at work, a favorite coworker of yours that I should be speaking to and helping? It'd be silly of me not to ask because I know I can help him or her. See how specific that was? Number 4 is that ask. Actually asking them to introduce you to that person. 5 is coaching that person how to refer. So you gotta say, look, you have someone in mind, can I send you a 2-sentence blurb on how to introduce me in email? Type out something how you want them to introduce you. That'll eliminate them commoditizing you as well, or not referring strong. You never want someone to refer you and say they have the best prices in town. Sets you up to fail because you're not adding value. Another way you can go about coaching them is, how do you think I should meet that person? It's called Ask the Expert. Let them get committed. If people are vested in helping you meet people, they're gonna do whatever they can to help you out, especially if there's water in the well. Last part, the most obvious, is the follow-up. If they've mentioned those names, hey, is it cool if I follow up with you in about 5 days or late next week to see how the introduction's going? Very important. Follow these steps, really replay this video, read the book Fearless Referrals, reach out to me. But if you have these conversations 5-10 times a week, I think people will actually start introducing you. All right, guys, have fun, practice. The mother of skill is repetition and practice. Talk to you soon.
Looky here, it's my blithe spirit dance. Learned it by the riverside, holding hands with ropes and crabs. You asked where was Guildenstern? On the other side of a long bridge,